Welcome back to List Jumbo. You wouldn't believe some of these machines even existed. Today's post is on the top 10 mesmerizing factory machines. At number 10, we have a wire bending machine, which bends wires into specific shapes for use in construction or engineering applications. Raw metal wire is fed into the back, which is then quickly worked into a usable metal piece before being cut off.
Number 9. So this machine makes giant metal springs. These springs are used for industrial purposes and are designed to undergo incredibly heavy weight loads.
Have a thing for film? Get ready for action.
Number 8. What we're looking at here is a forge hammer. It is used to work raw metal into a more usable form. Number 7. The machine here is designed to add engravings onto a metal surface. Here's a similar machine that does the same sort of thing, only it uses a laser to add engravings onto the surface. At number 6, we have an industrial metal cutting machine that actually uses high-pressure water to cut the metal. Machines like this aren't as efficient as traditional cutting machines that typically use lasers, but it sure is cool to see. Number 5. What we're looking at here is a little bit of an optical illusion. A metal rod is being spun at a fast speed, while a cutting machine forms the required shape. Number 4. This machine is used to mold gear pieces into their required fittings so they can be attached to other components. It's pretty incredible how many things this machine actually does. First, it cuts away the square side to form a circle. It further files away the outer edge into a smooth surface before cutting a fitting hole. Finally, it adds engraving so it can be later screwed onto other components. Number 3. Molten metal is formed into a circular gear using this machine. These gears have their gear teeth cut later on in the process and will eventually be used for industrial purposes. Number 2. A machine makes hammered filaments by forcing incredibly high amounts of pressure on an iron bar. Hammered filaments have a few different purposes, but are mostly used to make gates and fences. So this has to be number 1. A cylinder of raw molten metal is flattened by a hydraulic pressure machine. It is later formed into a large gear piece. me know what you guys think of today's video, and be sure to subscribe to List Jumbo for more top 10 videos.
Spray on attraction with Axe. Great fragrances that instantly refresh and cool you down for a great first impression. Axe fragrances smell great.
Net most assuredly can. With its ability to automatically deploy or retract within just 2 seconds, the net barrier has been certified to stop a 15,000-pound vehicle moving at 50 miles per hour. Whoa, that's gotta hurt. Hiding under a flat steel cover, the net barrier can be extended up to 80 feet and includes recordable video surveillance. Stored within special enclosures, the manually operated cable barrier connects in 4 to 5 minutes and can span 55 feet. With its sturdy single cable construction, any vehicle weighing up to 15,000 pounds and traveling at 30 miles per hour or less would do well to stop in advance. Otherwise, well, let's just say they're in for a really bad day. With the net and cable barriers ready to dash the hopes of those looking to enter unannounced, any trespassers had better have some really good insurance. Introducing the Pit Bull from Pacific Scientific Energetic Materials Company, a trigger-happy auto-stopping speed bump with a Spider-Man-style web. The Pit Bull, or Pit Ballistic Undercarriage Lanyard, was developed for the U.S. Department of Homeland Security for potential deployment at military checkpoints in the Middle East, based on technology originally developed for the Squid, or Safe Quick Undercarriage Immobilization Device. The Pit Bull has also been considered for deployment by police departments. Though it looks like an ordinary speed bump, the Pit Bull has a surprise for drivers who fall into its clutches. When the target vehicle's wheels come into contact with the device, spikes attached to a spider-like netting are launched into the vehicle's tires. This causes the tires to immediately be flattened and the netting to become tangled up in the vehicle's axles. With the vehicle now completely immobilized, any thought the driver might have of continuing to drive on flat tires are quickly and effectively put to an abrupt end. This mind-blowing invention is something a real spider, or a Spider-Man, would definitely be proud of. As for the bad guys, we'd imagine they're not too fond of it. We often introduce you to amazing innovations here on Free's Lists, but here's one you definitely don't want to meet, at least not head-on. This is the Alcosta Wedge Barrier from worldwide corporation Gunnebo, a formidable barricade for stopping unwanted visitors. Alcosta wedge barriers offer maximum security against unauthorized wheeled vehicles of all sizes at highly sensitive entry points. Useful at any location where security is absolutely necessary, these barriers spell bad news for anyone foolish or desperate enough to attempt to breach them. With an installation depth of only 300 millimeters and the lowest foundation thickness in the world, the Alcosta Wedge 2 can be hydraulically raised for impact in approximately 1 second. Its unmatched strength and blocking width of 4 meters virtually guarantees its ability to destroy practically anything that hits it. Though almost unnoticeable when in a lowered position, the Alcosta K12 can withstand forces of up to 1.3 million foot-pounds. This mighty obstruction makes mincemeat out of any intruder. If by any chance El Costa wedge barrier ever stands between you and your chosen destination, we suggest you make other plans. This is the StarChase Vehicle Tracking System, an innovative technology that allows police to track a vehicle anywhere in the world. StarChase technology gives officers a viable alternative to engaging in dangerous high-speed chases. The system uses a special GPS-enabled adhesive tag that allows law enforcement to track its whereabouts. The tag can be fired from a console inside the police car with the vehicle-mounted StarChase firing mechanism. It can also be fired by a handheld launcher or by a remote control. A strong adhesive allows the tag to stick to the target vehicle on contact. If used with enough stealth, the driver of the target vehicle may not even realize the tag has been applied. In situations where a chase would prove too dangerous or the suspect evades police, the vehicle can be easily tracked from police headquarters. Officers can then move in for the arrest. In addition to pursuit management, the StarChase is also useful for recovering stolen vehicles, arms or narcotics trafficking, and a host of other vital applications. As we've often seen on TV, vehicle pursuits can often end in disaster. With StarChase, the pursuit ends here. Meet the HT1 Raptor Shallow Mount Bollard, an insanely powerful barrier from the Heald Corporation. Rising from its position beneath the ground, this formidable structure can stop a 7.5-ton truck moving at 80 kilometers per hour. That's just sick. If you think no barrier on Earth could survive this horrendous display of devastation, you'd be incorrect. Even after this extreme encounter, the HT1 Raptor emerges completely intact. Other than a few battle scars to give testament to the event, its mechanisms and structural integrity remain unaffected. As for its dance partner, the situation looks pretty hopeless. Requiring an excavation depth of only 500 millimeters, the HT1 Raptor's unique extending and retracting motion and its modernistic shard-like shape can be nicely integrated into the architectural design of practically any building complex. Whether deployed as a single unit or configured in multiples as part of a security perimeter array, the Raptor has passed the PAS-68 and ASTM crash test certifications with flying colors. That's great for its users, but for intruders, not so much. Check out the Fox Tire Stopper, created to inhibit the movement of cars and trucks. Intended to control the movement of vehicles in specific areas, the Fox Tire Stopper is designed to avoid injury to passengers while halting a vehicle's progress. Though it only targets the tires, this road-embedded deterrent definitely has a way of making its point clearly understood. The tire stopper sits level with the ground to ensure proper road drainage when not in use. It can be outfitted with a heater in frigid climates. When activated, each side rises in opposing 45-degree angles to a height of 13 centimeters. Effective against automobiles, the tire stopper sits level with the large commercial trucks. Proper road drainage that ignores its bright yellow steel spikes will definitely wish they had. When activated, with its sharp, pointed spikes, the tire stopper accomplishes its purpose quite well. But for those who insist on any road control that ignores it, they'll probably end up wishing they will definitely wish they had. When activated, with its sharp, pointed spikes, the tire stopper accomplishes its purpose quite well. But for those who insist on any road control that ignores it, they'll probably end up wishing they will definitely wish they had. When activated, with its sharp, pointed spikes, the tire stopper accomplishes its purpose quite well. But for those who insist on any road control that ignores it, they'll probably end up wishing they will definitely wish they had. When activated, with its sharp, pointed spikes, the tire stopper accomplishes Probably end up spikes will take average of wish they when activated.
Your turn to battle.
With its sharp pointed spikes, the tire stopper accomplishes. Probably end up spikes will take average of wish they when activated.
5 seconds remaining. Your turn to battle.
With its sharp pointed spikes, the tire stopper accomplishes. Probably end up spikes will take average of wish they when activated.
5 seconds remaining. Your turn to battle.
With its sharp pointed spikes, the tire stopper accomplishes. Probably end up spikes will take average of when activated.
5 seconds remaining. Your turn to battle.
With its sharp pointed spikes, the tire stopper accomplishes. Probably end up spikes will take average of when activated.
5 seconds remaining. Your turn to battle.
With its sharp pointed
Your turn to pick. Your turn to pick. Your turn to pick. Your turn to pick.